Today, we announce criminal extortion charges against Michael Avenatti. The charges are based on Avenatti's scheme to extract more than $20 million in payments from a public company by threatening to use his ability to garner publicity to inflict financial and reputational harm on the company. Avenatti's conduct had nothing to do with zealous advocacy for a client or any other kind of legitimate legal work. Instead, Avenatti used illegal and extortionate threats for the purpose of obtaining millions of dollars in payments for himself. Avenatti repeatedly pressured the company to agree to pay or risk having Avenatti hold a press conference that he claimed would dramatically drive down the stock price of the company and its market value. As Avenatti threatened in one recorded meeting, if the company did not meet his demands, the company might die, but if not, it was, quote, going to be inflicted with cut after cut after cut after cut. Through the alleged course of conduct, Avenatti used legal terms like claims and settlements and retainers, but these were mere devices to provide cover for Avenatti's extortionate demands for a massive payday for himself. By engaging in the conduct alleged in the complaint, Avenatti was not acting as an attorney. A suit and tie doesn't mask the fact that, at its core, this was an old-fashioned shakedown.
The case was filed in Santa Ana on Friday and was unsealed today. The case is the result of 2 years of tax collection and investigative efforts by the IRS. The federal criminal complaint charges Mr. Avenatti with wire fraud and bank fraud and contains a series of allegations that paint an ugly picture of lawless conduct and greed. On his Twitter account, Mr. Avenatti describes himself as, quote, attorney, advocate, fighter for good, unquote. But the allegations in this case describe something different. A corrupt lawyer who instead fights for his own selfish interests by misappropriating close to $1 million that rightfully belonged to one of his clients. The complaint also alleges that Mr. Avenatti obtained bank loans worth millions of dollars through fraud by submitting phony personal income tax returns and other false information to the lending bank. According to the complaint, the tax returns were clearly false because Mr. Avenatti never filed federal income tax returns for the years in question and never paid the federal income tax as reflected on those false returns. Lawyers have a sworn duty to obey the law and to protect their clients. Our system of justice depends on it. Mr. Avenatti has breached that duty and violated the principles of honesty and fairness that he claims to uphold. If convicted of these crimes, Mr. Avenatti faces a statutory maximum of 50 years in federal prison. I will also note that the investigation is continuing and IRS agents are executing search warrants as we speak.